Hello guys, and welcome to a different kind of video. For some, the portable system that never actually caught attention. For others, the most powerful handheld ahead of its time. For me, it's something else entirely. The PlayStation Vita, for the people that don't know it, is a handheld console introduced by PlayStation in 2011. I still remember watching the reveal at E3 and immediately thinking, I was really excited for this little console, and once it arrived I never got my hands off it. It was beautiful. That screen, those two sticks, the clicking buttons. But I think that the most important thing that surprised me were the games, and this particular one, Uncharted Golden Abyss. I mean, for me, it really displayed perfectly how a game that started on consoles should be played on a handheld console. The graphics were beautiful and crisp on that OLED screen. The years went and we got Killzone Mercenary, the best Vita first-person shooter with a really good story, great gameplay, awesome graphics and sound. Then I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and that looked almost like the console version, and again, the OLED screen made wonders in all games. All seemed bright in the future of this little console, until it didn't. But, if you ask me, to this day I still don't understand the lack of support that Sony gave the Vita. And once the rest of the third-party developers saw that the little console wasn't sticking around for long, they also chopped support, and we started to see less and less titles with big names on it. Fortunately, the indie game developers stopped by, and I gotta admit, the games were awesome. They showed me that you don't need to play a big name title to be entertained. I was still very little to understand all of this, but it made me realize that I was missing out a big part of what games are about. And I gotta be honest, I supported this little console as much as I could. I remember that by the time I had Mortal Kombat 9 in PS3, Xbox 360, and when NetherRealm Studios announced that they were going to make a port for the little console, I bought it and played and played. In fact, I stopped playing the console versions at all and focused on playing in the most comfortable version for me. Sure, some things needed to be compromised for the game to run better. They got rid of some particle effects, reduced the character models, the stage graphics. It was all about the gameplay, and once you get into it, you just go with it. By the time the PS Vita was conceived to compete with the 3DS, and today you could say that the 3DS won if we start talking about console wars. But personally, I think that in the end none of that matters. All that really matters is that we try our best to enjoy the experience, no matter the console. And for me, I know that to this day I still very much enjoy my PS Vita, and currently the homebrew scene keeps growing and growing, breathing new life again, and I feel that I support this little system and will continue to do so. There is a whole new world to be discovered with what the Vita homebrew developers are making and discovering. The Vita will always live on. There is still a lot of games to discover and experience. What are your thoughts on this little console? Let me know in the comments below. If you like my video, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button.